Alright, so sorry YouTube, I have not posted a video in months. When I'm vacation and getting ready for residency, moving and this and that. And also I needed a new video editing software and I just haven't found the right one yet and I haven't had time to learn. So I said, you know what? Let's go live because then I don't need to edit the videos. It's just a lot more off the cuff and simple. So anyways, let's just get straight down to business. This is McLean's Man Cave. If you did not, if you're new to the channel, here we just talk about everything from when it comes to Star Wars, anime, anything you guys like, sports, whatever. It's all about hobbies. So sit down, relax, join the conversation. So anyways, this channel is I titled Missing the Mark, Disney Missing the Mark again. I just finished the last episode of Kenobi, so heavy spoilers. If you're planning to watch the show, haven't watched it yet, just come back to this video another time. But anyways, essentially, I had a lot of hopes coming into this show. The first episode I liked a lot. I actually thought it was 9 out of 10, and I felt the same way about it with Book of Boba Fett as well. Episode 1, episode 2 of Book of Boba Fett, I was like, all right, I'm really feeling this. And then that third episode just went off a cliff. Same with this, but it was kind of like a different feel. I mean, I feel like when I saw that Kenobi was going to be released, I said, okay, I know exactly where they want to go with this. They want to, how did Obi-Wan, learn all of this from Qui-Gon? And essentially I was like, okay, cool. He's going to learn all this stuff from Qui-Gon. He's going to be very conflicted like he was in the first episode. And then he's going to become into a confident, more wiser Jedi Master in the end. And that's where, logically it should have went. And you could build off that anywhere you want to, right? But instead, I mean, I know a lot of people are really excited. I know you're probably going to hate me for the thumbnail and whatever. Don't get me wrong. Look, I am a Star Wars fan. Like, I really care about it, but I really care about the writing and the lore. I really care about that stuff. And I'm not blaming actors or actresses or anything like that. If anything, I'm blaming kind of just like Disney. I'm kind of blaming the writers, you know. And I mean, I even read that article that one of the writers of Kenobi never even saw Revenge of the Sith. Like, if that's true, then that's just unprofessional. Like, if you're going to do like this type of work, you gotta study up. You gotta really like put your minds into this. Just look. Just for example, I don't know if you guys have seen Stranger Things season 4 yet. I haven't even seen season 1 or 2. I've just seen 3 and 4. But look at Stranger Things season 4. Look at Revenge of the Sith. Look at Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and any of the movies that like George Lucas made, right? And then look at the sequels. Then look at kind of Book of Boba Fett. I'll give it to you. I'll say Mando season 1 was good for the most part. Season 2 had its moments, but overall I feel like it's just relying on the best characters from like cameos, right? And that's exactly what Kenobi was. It's like, how can we get as many cameos as possible to basically sustain this? And I think it's unsustainable. You're gonna need to make a good, interesting story, good, interesting characters, and not just rely on what worked in the past. Obviously, the show's Kenobi, so we know Kenobi's gonna be the star of the show. That's not what I'm saying, but I mean, I don't know. It's just all the new characters just don't feel memorable. They don't feel like there's anything to them, and also just like take a step back. I know a lot of people are just like fanboying about Darth Vader and whatever. Me too. Love Darth Vader, love Obi-Wan, whatever, all that stuff. But let's just take a step back. In 6 episodes, all we got is Leia getting captured twice and a pretty weak and confusing first fight. Like the screenwriting, and again, I'm not talking about Ewan McGregor. He's amazing. He's a god tier actor. Don't twist my words at all. All I'm saying is like the screenwriting is just not there. It feels like there's too many visions of writers putting their 2 cents in, and then we got Disney and their market team putting their 2 cents in, and they're like, well, actually, we should put this in because that will sell, instead of just one person with one vision saying this is where we're going and that's it, which was George Lucas. But now it's just like 1,000 voices in a room screaming at each other of what they want to do, instead of actual Star Wars fans kind of getting what they want. And right now, I think a lot of people are just kind of like riding this adrenaline rush of like, Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fighting and things like that, and seeing Hayden Christensen again. Don't get me wrong, I love that stuff, but like you can't. That again, that's feeding off of the past. You're feeding off of nostalgia and memories instead of building. You're just going back to what worked, but it's not necessarily making it interesting or new. So I don't know. I could really go in depth with all this. I don't know what you guys feel about this. If you disagree with me, please tell me why. I would love to know. I don't get me wrong. I didn't hate it. It's not like it's a 1 out of 10, but it's mid. When I say mid, it's like 5, 6 out of 10. Would I watch the series like if I'm on a rainy day? I'm like, oh, let's watch Kenobi. No, I'm not gonna do that. Like I would definitely be like, let's watch Revenge of the Sith again. Let's watch Empire Strikes Back. Let's even watch Rogue One. I'll give that to Disney. Let's watch Rogue One. But I wouldn't say let's watch Book of Boba Fett or let's watch Kenobi, because it's just kind of, to me, it felt like a one and done type of thing. It felt like nowadays, and I feel like it's just in terms of in general in media, I feel like in terms of music, in terms of movies, in terms of shows, they focus purely on the aesthetic, right? Whether it's the music videos, make it very colorful, flashy, whatever. Same with the shows and the movies, very flashy. There's no substance behind there. And that's just really kind of just irks me, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I could talk about this for a long time, but I just kind of wanted to get my initial opinion out there because I've seen like surprisingly, I don't know, I don't look that much, but I've seen like a lot of people say, "Yeah, I really liked it." And I'm just kind of confused. I'm like sitting on it, letting it ferment. Maybe might need to see it one more time just to see anything I might have missed or something like that. I know some of like the dialogue between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader was good. Sure, I'll give you that. But is it enough? Like I feel like that last episode was like what, 52 minutes? 6 minutes of credits, 2 minutes of recap and title sequence, so we can shave off that. Brings it down to like 48. Let's just call it, let's say like 50, 45 minutes of the show. And then that whole sequence with Reva going to get Luke and then changing her mind. You're it just, to me, it seemed like filler. It feels like you're just watching like Naruto or One Piece, and it's just those filler episodes that you just have to watch. It's like the meat of that episode was probably 25 minutes, but they just tried to extend it for some reason. I don't know. And I just think it's really disappointing. I mean, I made a video about this months ago about how Darth Maul kind of opened up the can of worms with him getting cut in half and surviving, which again I didn't like at first. I liked how they built his character. I just think George Lucas made a fatal flaw where they decided to cut him in half instead of, wound him in some other way. Because now that Darth Maul got cut in half, that opens the box for literally everyone else, such as Boba Fett, Darth Sidious, now Reva surviving getting stabbed in the belly twice as a kid and as an adult. I'm missing something there. Also, the Grand Inquisitor getting stabbed. So quite literally, like everybody can just survive now, and to me, that's not. Oh, let's not forget. Some people really like him, but I don't. Timothy Oliphant. What's his? I see. He's not even a memorable character that I forget. I don't even remember his name. So if you remember, please put it in the chat. Hold on, let me see. Carly, do you remember what Timothy Oliphant's character name was?
Timothy Oliphant.
It was in Boba Fett. He took Boba Fett's armor. What was his name? Book of Boba Fett, Timothy Oliphant character, because that's gonna bug me. But again, I don't even remember the character's name, and I just don't understand why people like it so much. Like, okay, maybe he's a great actor, cool, but like they haven't even shown enough of the character to like at least get an impression. Like it's not that I hate him or I like him. It's just like he was introduced and oh, Cobb Vanth. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Car. You helped me out a lot. So yeah, so Cobb Vanth, right? Like, and even he survives. So it just seems like now it's like everybody's immortal. And the other big issue that I had with Kenobi, and I feel like this is a 50-50 split within the Star Wars community. Really 50-50 split. Some people love, the protagonist just mowing down stormtroopers because it just brings the nostalgia back from original trilogy. But I see the other half, like myself, and I'm kind of just like obviously clone troopers are always greater than stormtroopers. That's not a contest. We already know the clone troopers are better than these conscripted soldiers, but they make them look so pathetic, especially in Kenobi, and they've done it in Mando and they've done it in Book of Boba Fett. When like Tala just like slaps, she's like, "Yeah, I'm a prisoner, not even handcuffed, whatever. Let me just slap them and like shoot them." Okay, like it just they don't seem if you want an interesting show, actually have like the bad guys seem menacing and threatening. Like they just seem like a big joke. I don't know. Like the only menacing character kind of was Darth Vader. Not even the Grand Inquisitor felt very menacing. I don't know. Yeah, it just felt very Disney esque. And just it's like I get so excited because as a Star Wars fan, you don't want like that's the thing. I feel like they're putting like Star Wars fans in a bad rep because there's some totally people out of pocket that I don't even consider Star Wars fans. The real terrible people out there, the racist, the this, the that. We don't even consider them Star Wars fans. Don't lump them in our group. We don't sit at them at the table. We don't even they're doing something completely different. But I'm just talking about the Star Wars fans that played watched all the movies, played the games, read the books, read the comics, really cared about the lore. And then the casual Star Wars fan that just likes, oh, this is new. Let me watch it. Let me like it. So I'm talking about the people that actually care about the lore, right? Like, I feel like we're just kind of like always disrespected in a way because it always comes down to money. And I know that you have to market to different population, not populations, but like, market to younger kids and things like that. But there's a tasteful way to do that. I mean, like, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, that was also kind of marketed for a younger generation. I was 7, 8 in Attack of the Clones, 10 for Revenge of the Sith, and I loved it. So you don't need to have like a childish chase scene where like a 5-year-old Leia almost escapes 3 bad guys running full speed. Like I don't know who the director is, but like who saw that and said, yes, that's what I want. That's perfect. Like you could I don't know. I'm not a director, so I can't put in my 2 cents, but stuff like that just kind of really grinds my gears a little bit. I just like again, I felt like Kenobi felt like a lot of fillers, and then the there was like a few climactic moments, and then everyone sees the climactic moments, and then they judge it as a whole, and they're like, it's a 10 out of 10. And I'm like, dude, broaden your horizons a little bit. So I'm excited for everything that has to come, but at the same time, I'm kind of just like, I don't know, like apprehensive, and I'm like cautiously optimistic. Like, this looks good. I hope it's good. But I just always just feel a little bit let down. I don't know. I don't know what to say. So I guess I'll stick to my realm and just watch from a distance and just be like, okay, cool, whatever. But I don't know. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna bring this up because I feel like this is somewhat relevant. So yesterday, like me and Carly, we went to go see the new Elvis movie, which was great. I think everyone should see it. I learned a lot about his life, and I thought it was interesting that they saw his talent, right? Elvis's talent. They were just like, all right, forget what you want. We're just gonna milk this and just make movies, even though that's not even the movies he wanted to make. Just who cares what you want, even though they're like the talented one. So exactly, like who cares about George Lucas's vision? We're just gonna take his vision and just milk it because of money, because capitalism, whatever. Which is fine, but it's just not good. Like, if they even said it in the movie, like, he did all these films, and only like a handful, like the maybe one or two were like okay, like pretty good, and the rest were like bad, forgettable. He was becoming depressed making them. It was just really bad. It was sad. Like, maybe I think they said like Viva Las Vegas was like the only really good one. So we can attribute, if we want to make an analogy. So like, okay, fine, Mando season 1 or Rogue One. It's like, okay, good, Disney, you got your like one good one, but the rest, it's like, and the fact that we have like 10 more of these shows, it seems like, Bad Batch season 2 and or Ahsoka, um, Rangers of the New Republic, the list goes on and on. You get the point. There's so many that are just like, it's almost like on a factory line. It's just like doof 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 doof. And to me, it's like, we need more quality right now. Forget the quantity. I know that they're trying to milk this because this is their investment, but like, I feel like there should be a happy medium, and they're gonna. And this is the sad truth. Eventually, when they milk this so bad, they're gonna lose the actual fan base, the real Star Wars fans, and the casual Star Wars fans are just gonna be like, yeah, I'm just casual. I'm just here occasionally. I'm probably gonna switch to Marvel or DC or whatever, or something new that's interesting. So they're gonna lose the core Star Wars fans like myself and like you guys that actually cared about this stuff, and then they're gonna start losing money, and then they're gonna be like, oh, what happened? And it's like, we've been giving you warning signs this whole time. Just like, okay, instead of just ranting, I'm just gonna give you a quick plan, Disney, if you're watching. This is all you gotta do, okay? We need fans to be writing, right? Not someone that has never seen Revenge of the Sith. We need fans writing it. We don't need input from the marketing team or this team or that team. Just have a fan like Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni. They've done a good job this whole time. I feel like they have, but I feel like sometimes I can tell that some things they put out there, I feel like have been like mixed in with other people's 2 cents, and that's no fault to them. I feel like their hands are tied. They're just forced to do what the almighty Disney says. So it's just like, let the fans write the show, or at least, I don't know, just make a major in college, like Star Warsology, and we need like people on like graduate level on this lore, because when it just feels a little bit more continuous, then it's just a little bit more satisfying, right? That's all I'm asking for is continuity. I want new characters. Like, don't get me wrong. A lot of people are like, oh, you didn't like all these minor characters from all these shows, like Tala, like Riva, like Roken, whatever. All these shows. It's like, I want to like them. That's the thing. It's just like they're not giving me much to work with, right? So if we just focus on making the newer characters a little bit more interesting, evolving the story, right? Instead of just going for what statistically will make money. Like, oh, Darth Vader makes money. Darth Vader fighting somebody makes money, right? Instead of just like statistically finding like ideas that make money and then just put them together in a sandwich and just don't care about how it's going to pan out. Like, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, but this show made a lot of sense. I beg to differ. Like, on the third episode, or was it the fourth? I think it was the third episode. Obi-Wan's hiding from Darth Vader as he's killing people in the street, and he miraculously somehow just gets outside, and Darth Vader just finds him. Like, somewhere in the screenwriting, just lost it. Like, where they need to show, oh, maybe there's a secret door that led to the back or something like that. You just don't mysteriously get from inside a house to outside the village and Darth Vader just happening to be there. Like, that doesn't happen. Also, in the fifth episode, where it's like Darth Vader comes, destroys the ship. Oh, there's an emergency ship. Okay, fine. I mean, kind of a cop-out, but fine, whatever. And then the Star Destroyer is going to get them. Oh, there's another emergency ship inside of this emergency. It's like one of those Russian dolls where they're just like another doll inside of another doll. Like, dude, what? Like, where's the originality in that? And then it's like, oh, the hyperdrive is offline. but then that smaller ship within the bigger ship has a hyperdrive. Like, you couldn't just pile all those people in there and then get in there and just escape through hyperspace. Like, what? Then Obi-Wan has the chance to kill Darth Vader, doesn't. I know there's probably a lot of people that are going to be speculating on that as spiritual things, whatever. But, like, it's just like, oh, he tells Qui-Gon, it's either me or him that's going to die. And then he has him literally on death's door and just decides to walk away, escapes in his little escape pod, and a Star Destroyer just completely ignores him. And then just in time gets back to meet Reva again. And that Reva thing, it's like, I think I'm done. You get the point, guys. Like, just, I know you guys are probably excited right now. If you loved it, I'm glad you liked it. I'm not telling people to not like it. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but just give it some time. Maybe even watch it again in a few months and see if you feel the same way, or if you feel different or whatever. Leave your comments down below. You know, I really wanted to hear what the community has to say. That's why I made these videos. And I think I'm just going to do live for now because, like, again, I'm starting residency, so I'm going to have no time at all. So expect no video editing. The quality, it's just going to be more of me just talking, and I'll just talk about different, it'll just be like a live show, whatever. So I just don't have the time for it right now. But if you enjoy it anyway and want to make a discussion out of it, feel free to, you know, leave a like. I really appreciate it. You know, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel, become a Man Cave member. But, you know, until then, you know, may the force be with you.